You're watching this because you're chasing a woman. Maybe it's the one who's slipping through your fingers. Maybe it's the one who never saw you in the first place. Or maybe it's the one who once needed you, but now answers with dry, one-word replies. Here's the brutal reality. If you're chasing, she's running. The harder you push, the less she feels. Attraction isn't built on logic. It's raw. It's instinct. And the moment you start working to earn her desire, you've already smothered it. You don't win her by picking the right words. You don't win her by being overly nice. And you definitely don't win her by needing her. You win when you let go. When you stop proving yourself and instead become the man who doesn't care to be proved to anyone. The man who is quiet, steady, and unwavering. Not because he's faking detachment, but because he's too locked in on becoming something real to waste energy begging for attention. That's what flips the script. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to carry yourself, so women can't help but chase you, even the ones who never noticed you before. Rule number 1, become the prize by ending the chase. Nature is simple. The lion doesn't chase approval. He waits, he stalks, everything comes to him. But men today have been taught the opposite. Run after her, convince her, prove yourself worthy of her affection. But here's the hidden truth. The moment you start chasing, you've already lost. Because the man who chases admits he's beneath the one he pursues. And women sense that imbalance immediately, like heat radiating off asphalt. Think about it. Once she realizes you're working to win her, you're no longer a mystery. You've become an entertainer, and she's the trophy. But here's the twist. The second she becomes the prize, she stops wanting you. Not out of malice, but because feminine desire is reactive. She desires the man who creates pull, the one she feels herself drifting toward without him lifting a finger. And that only happens when you step back. Not in bitterness, but in quiet recognition of your worth. When you chase, here's the signal you send. You're above me. Your approval is my oxygen. I'm incomplete without you. That isn't seductive, it's submissive. And women are instinctively repelled by submission. Even when they say they want the nice guy who tries too hard, deep down they crave something different. They crave controlled power. A man who could chase, but doesn't. A man who can smile, turn, and walk away. Because his time is too valuable to spend proving something he already knows. I am the prize. And when you finally embody that truth, your behavior shifts. You don't double text. You don't linger on read receipts. You stop worshiping her attention. Instead, you live. You build. You sharpen your craft. You channel your focus so deeply that women feel the change in your silence, in the pauses between replies, in the way your presence carries weight without a single word. Suddenly, she's the one checking your stories, liking your old posts, inventing excuses to be near you. Why? Because you stopped flooding her with validation and instead created scarcity. Scarcity creates value, and now she's the one reaching while you stand still. This is the secret. Most men drown her with attention. You give her a drought. Most men hand out validation. You make her earn it. Not through manipulation, but through discipline. Your energy whispers, I could choose you. But first, prove you're worth choosing. And now, without realizing it, she's chasing. Not because you tricked her, but because you anchored yourself in quiet strength. And there's nothing more magnetic than power held in silence. If you want to know what truly makes women obsessed, what activates her unconscious desire and flips the balance in your favor, I'm giving you a free ebook, the Female Mind Control Handbook. It's raw, it's unapologetic, and it's not what she wants you to read. But once you do, you'll never interpret her actions the same way again. Link in the description or pinned comment. Principle 2. She can't chase you if you're empty. Need is the death of attraction. You could wear the sharpest suits, own the perfect physique, stack a bank account she dreams of. But if your soul reeks of emptiness, she'll run. Because a man who needs her love just to breathe isn't a man. He's begging for oxygen. She may never hear the words, but she'll feel it in your tone, in your texts, in the way you cling. Emotional hunger is repulsive. Feminine energy craves fullness, not emptiness. You might not realize it, but she does. She feels it in the way you stay on the phone too long, in the "I miss you" you dropped after 3 weeks, in the insecure follow-up when she didn't reply for hours. That energy screams lack, and lack pushes her away, because her instincts only pull her toward what feels whole. She doesn't want a man begging for pieces of her to complete himself. She wants the man who's already complete, with or without her. So how do you become full? You stop outsourcing your worth. You stop measuring yourself by her replies. You stop treating her validation like currency. Instead, you build from within. You chase solitude. You refine your discipline. You face your demons head on. You become the man who wakes up knowing he's enough before anyone else opens their mouth. And that's the man she can't resist. Not the one who begs, not the one who showers her with gifts, but the one whose silence whispers, "I don't need you." And suddenly, that's exactly why she wants you. Here's the paradox. Women don't chase men who crave touch, attention, and constant reassurance. They chase the man who already thrives without it. The man who feels whole in his solitude. The man who walks into the world without hunger because he's already fed by his own fire. That man is rare. And women chase rarity. They chase what feels like a mountain, not what acts like a puppy. Principle 3. She's drawn to men who live with direction. There's a type of man who doesn't need to say much. He enters a room and women feel him. It's not his looks, not his wealth, not even his charm. It's his momentum. He's moving forward and nothing slows him down. Women aren't wired to crave the clingy. They're wired to follow the leader. You want to be chased? Stop building your life around women. Stop reshaping yourself just to be liked. Forge your path and let her run to catch up. Live as if you're going somewhere important, because you are. Pour yourself into work, into discipline, into creation. When you live with that kind of momentum, your energy shifts. You don't check in just to see if she's around. You don't hand out attention like candy. Your time becomes precious, and she feels it. She senses that you're moving forward, with or without her, and that energy is irresistible. Because deep down, every woman wants to be swept into a story bigger than herself. Not the lead role, but the witness to a man's rise. And that only happens when you stop waiting and start creating. When you're the man who builds, who trains, who learns. The man too busy writing his own story to check if she viewed it. That's the man she longs to orbit. Not because he needs her, but because he's become someone worth following. When your mission takes over, you talk less. You walk straighter. You carry a stillness that speaks louder than 1,000 compliments. I don't need you to want me, but if you do, keep up. And that's when she chases. Not because you played a role, not because you memorized lines, but because you became undeniable. So stop chasing women. Chase legacy. Stop hunting for approval. Build yourself into the man they hunt for. Think like this, and she'll chase you. Not because you're desperate, but because you're rare. If you're done chasing and ready to flip the game, drop it in the comments. I flipped the script. Let her wonder. Let her feel the silence. Let your presence speak louder than pursuit.